Hello everybody, today I'm going to start the final bag, which is number 5 of the build for the B-17G. So this bag will give us the props, landing gear, the upper part of the fuselage, and the tail. It's going to come together with this one. There's all the parts in bag 5. I'm going to go ahead and show you how far I got on bag 4, and then I'll start separating the parts and do the speed build. So here's how far I am with the build all the way up to bag 4. Put the soda pop can out there for a reference point for the size. The wingspan from the instructions, or the box, said the wingspan was 37.5 inches if I remember right. And from the nose to the tail, with the gun sticking out, it's a little over 27 inches long. Anyway, it's come along nicely. I'm going to go ahead and start separating the parts and doing the speed build for the remaining parts of the airplane. everybody. So the B-17G does come with a really cool looking UCS style printed, not stickered, but printed plate. As you can see here in the center, has a little bit of the statistics of the airplane as far as top speed, payload, range, and when it was first flown. Pretty cool. Really good addition to the kit. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up on the two different styles of minifigs now that came with the kit. Here's one of the minifigs that's included in the kit. Dressed out pretty nice. Got a little flight helmet, or it's not really a helmet. I guess those were made out of leather back then. Got his parachute on there, it looks like. One of the yellow minifig heads. Looks pretty cool. Here's the other minifig that's included in the kit. He's basically the same. The only difference would be his hat. Both of them look pretty cool. I mean, the hat probably makes him an officer, I guess. I could be wrong. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I've finished the build. This thing has turned out enormous. I actually had to put a pizza pan on top of my turntable just so it would sit on top of it. A lot of good detail. I've got all the flaps actuated in the downward position. The tail is also turned so you can see that all that moves. Did a really good job incorporating the tail gunner in the airplane. Can actually turn this little piece here, pop a side off and pull the tail gunner out. The wheel and the tail of the plane does actuate by the little gear that you see behind the gun there, hanging out the back window. All the propellers turn freely. There's one. Two, four. There is a belly gun in the plane. It does turn around a little bit, and you can actuate the guns. They do move independently on the model, but I'm pretty sure they move together in the actual model or airplane. I'll reposition the camera and get you a couple different angles on the plane. I'll put the flaps and everything back in their normal flying positions. There's a good view of the belly gun in the back. Here's a slightly more downward look on the airplane. Just a little more detail. I did mess up in the third video, I think it was, where I had the gray color underneath this engine on the top. I have fixed that. Thanks for everybody that noticed. You can change the angle on the nose gun, also on the top gun up here. The build is a little fragile right in this area. There's a lot of angle changes as far as studs up, sideways, and all that kind of thing. Have to be a little careful about grabbing it there. All the flaps are now in the normal flight position. Unless it's turning, I guess. The tail is straight also. I'll let it come around to the front of the airplane one more time, and then I'll raise the camera up a little bit higher so you can get a better downward angle on it. Okay, so here's a better downward angle on the airplane from a little more height. Like I said, you can change the upper gun around. Here's the nose. All four propellers turning. This thing is enormous. Cody Ocell did a great job on this kit. It is more of a display kit. There are, like I said earlier, this section right here in the plane is a little fragile. If you grab it there the wrong way, you end up collapsing a few parts. Very beautiful build. There are a total of 3,074 parts in this build of the B-17G. The bomb bay does hold 4 bombs. I think I might have mentioned it in one of the earlier videos. The Norton bomb sight, which is right here in the front of the plane, was developed and built in the same building that Brickmania currently occupies. Or at least that's what I learned from a few of the videos I've watched of Brickmania. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the speed build of the B-17G. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Also hit the little bell so you'll be notified of my next video whenever it's released. Hope you guys enjoyed all this. It was quite a long build. Can't wait to build something a little bit smaller. Anyway, have a great weekend. And as always, thank you for watching.